Can you start by telling us a little bit about, for people who don't know, the extraordinary true story behind this film and what interested you in turning that into a film?
Well, I had read about this first in Rolling Stone magazine, and I just couldn't believe it was a true story. And it's about these two 20-something kids who, during the last Bush administration in the States, kind of find this loophole where they kind of become unlikely arms dealers. And it sounds ridiculous and absurd, but it is actually a true story. And as we kind of unpacked it and researched it, the more it just kept feeling like a movie. And these guys go on a wild ride, and they get greedy, and it happens.
You talk about the tone of the film, because obviously it's a ludicrous true story, but it is quite serious subject matter beneath that.
Yeah, it's a weird tone. It's a good question. It's sort of like, I guess it's a comedic drama or a dramatic comedy. It's got touches of both, but what it really is it's real life. Real life, I think, has touches of drama and comedy. Your real life is very frequently a pure comedy or a pure drama. So I think it most mirrors real life, even though it's absurd real life.
Can you talk about Jonah and Miles and what made them right for that pairing?
Well, Jonah to me is electric. You know, he vibrates. When I see him in movies, I can't take my eyes off him. So we wrote this film for Jonah. And then once he said yes, we needed to find somebody that was a really good counterpunch to him. I had worked with Miles before in a small capacity, and I knew he could just crush it, so we put them together. I don't know that there's one moment that captures the spirit. I think Jonah's character really captures the spirit in the swagger and the attitude that he has. I think he captures it in every scene, really.
Can you start by telling us a little bit about what interested you the most about this extraordinary character and the journey that he goes on?
You know, honestly, the story was just so unbelievable. I couldn't believe that it actually happened. I kind of still can't believe it. And that's definitely what drew me in the most.
Can you talk about working with Miles, because you have an electric chemistry on screen?
Yeah, Miles is a really great actor. You know, I think he's at a really exciting moment in his career, and, you know, I was just psyched that the other guy was an actor I thought was really good.
Working with Todd, obviously a wonderful presence behind the camera. What do you feel that, as an emerging director yourself, you've learned from working with him?
You know, I've gotten to learn from every director I've worked with, and I've been really, really lucky because they're talented, you know, Todd included in that bunch. And I think he did an amazing job of telling a really crazy true story while still making it very entertaining, you know?
Looking to the future, I know we were excited about 23 Jump Street. I guess my final question is that going to happen or is it not?
It's not up to me. I think I got kind of misquoted. I think, you know, my friend Rodney wrote an amazing script, and I think just making the deals because of Men in Black, you know, there's so many people involved to get all the business done. So if the business people, they can work it out, you know, that'd be really fun.
I am really looking forward to it, and I know Max is extremely
So excited about this film.
looking forward to it, yeah. I'm a big Jonah Hill fan, and I love the fact that they're telling such an incredible story. I think it's time that it gets some, eyeballs on it.
Why are you such a huge Jonah Hill fan?
I just think he's an incredible actor. He's been doing it for a while now. He always seems to make me laugh, and he puts everything into his characters. And it looks like, from the trailers, that nothing's going to be different with this one. We get exactly what we want from Jonah.
And Miles Teller's amazing as well.
I keep hearing this. I'm excited to see it.
Whiplash, it was amazing,
Yeah, nice.
When you're not watching great films, what are you working on yourself at the moment?
Filming with Sky for Game Changers for my Well-Fit dance crew. Working on that, moving house, just bought a house, so in the middle of moving, amongst many other things.
What can you expect from Game Changers coming up?
Well, it's my Well-Fit dance crew, so I have a Well-Fit program, which is wellness and fitness through the power of dance, and I'm launching with the Youth Sport Trust to primary schools to help build confidence using dance and planting the seeds of emotional wellness.
How important a tool do you think dance is at educating and inspiring young people, particularly about physical fitness?
I think physical fitness is of the utmost importance. I think we've given a lot of love to sport, and that love and the sign of backing that sport needs to be there, but speaking from my personal sort of experience, I know that at my school growing up, they didn't offer a lot of dance, and that really kind of left many of us that weren't really the sports people and were more dance people kind of in the lurch. So I'm hoping to fill that void and give kids what it is they need. And this country, from my own experiences, loves dance. Families love to dance. So I'm trying to give back to the kids that want it so badly.
Are you looking forward to the film?
I really am. I'm actually really excited about this. So I'm really grateful to them for having me.
Are you a fan of Jonah Hill and Miles Teller in particular?
You know what? I'm such a huge Jonah Hill fan. I was thinking today about all the films that he's been in. And I guess, he's one of the people that's just kind of like really able to do various roles. Like, he's really versatile. I was going to say generic. That's a really bad word. That's not what I mean. He's really funny. He like makes you walk away from a film feeling really good.
Do you have a favourite Jonah Hill film?
Oh, Superbad? Is that too geeky? I don't know. I really love that film. That's one of those, like, if you're having a bad day, it will cheer you up kind of films. Yeah, definitely Superbad.
When you're not watching fantastic films, what are you working on yourself at the moment?
At the moment, I'm doing lots of blogging and a bit of presenting. I've got my own blog, and I also do some writing for Huffington Post. So, lots of stuff coming up for Fashion Week, I guess. That's next month, which is pretty exciting.
We're very excited about Fashion Week. What are you most looking forward to? What do you think are going to be our key trends this season?
So obviously we're looking forward to now spring, summer 2017. So it's going to be back into like beachwear, lots of florals, pastels. I mean, it's always the same kind of thing. It roughly follows the trends, but I'm hoping that we're going to see lots of new cuts. The cold shoulder is going to go, apparently. We're going to see more of a V-neck. Really exciting stuff.
I think for people who haven't experienced Fashion Week before, can you just describe sort of the atmosphere, how it feels to be a part of that epicenter of world fashion?
Oh, Fashion Week's amazing. It's got this amazing buzz. You can't really describe what it is to be at Fashion Week. I mean, the best thing I would say to anyone who doesn't have access to Fashion Week is just come along, get involved, and hang out outside Burr Street. I mean, it's what all the bloggers are doing anyway, and you get to see some really cool people, and you might just get into a show and experience it for yourself. So it's really the place that you want to be during Fashion Week.
I guess the question, why does Fashion Week matter so much? I mean, because people often talk about the disconnect between the designs they see on the runway and anything that normal people would actually wear.
I think increasingly, actually, designers are designing collections for real people. So we're seeing much more symmetry between what you see actually on the catwalk and then straight away, either on the A-listers or really transferring through into our high streets. And I think probably the economy does create that sort of symmetry coming in closer and closer. It's always going to be important because it's just nice to see what's going on. It's a real pinnacle of British fashion, really seeing London Fashion Week. And we've got some amazing figureheads like Christopher Bailey. I mean, it's really inspirational.
I think the one question that does always come up every time we have Fashion Week is the issue of body image and how well the runway does or doesn't reflect that. Do you have any specific issues as someone who participates in the event and comments on it?
I think it's really good that we are starting to use models with a much more real image. I think it's very difficult to change something that's been going on for such a long time, but I think that the people at the top really are guiding us towards a much healthier body image, which of course is really important because younger and younger children have access to the internet, to magazines, and they're looking up to these models as role models, whether they like it or not. So we have a responsibility to make this an achievable industry.
I'm really looking forward to the film. I saw the trailer last week and I cannot wait. I'm in real anticipation for tonight's film.
Are you a fan of Jonah Hill and Miles Teller in particular?
Not particularly. I mean, I try to watch as many films as possible, but when you're really hectic and you've got a family life, for me, I used to be a massive film fan. Nowadays it's juggling fashion, family and squeezing in a film when I can. However, the director, love his work, and for this film, with a kind of combination of a bit of action and comedy, I'm really excited to see it tonight. I think there's going to be lots of laughter.
Fashion-wise, what have you got coming up?
Fashion-wise, my handbag collection's launching in, hopefully, September, in time for Fashion Week. It's going to be launching to 90 global stores, so it's quite a big thing. It's very exciting, my first collection.
What can people expect from that collection?
They can expect some really dynamic prints, all made in the UK, so I'm supporting UK manufacturing. The name of my collection is Bricks & Bailey by Naomi, guys, so check it out when it's launched. Lots of very vibrant fabrics. That's all I can say at the moment.
Why is it so important for you to support British manufacturers in particular?
I just think it's so important to support our own trade here in the UK, and to give the fashion industry jobs here in the UK, because obviously it is a multi-billion pound business, but industry, when you're actually supporting the UK manufacturing, you're giving those jobs, you're keeping those jobs happening. So yeah, it's really important to me.
A lot of great events coming up.
Yeah, I'm actually hosting a party with Packouz. So after their show on the Friday, we're going to have an opening party at the Cuckoo Club, which should be fantastic. Loads of designers, loads of models, lots of celebrities, and a bit crazy.
For people who haven't experienced the Fashion Week extravaganza, what's Fashion Week really like when you're wrapped up inside that?
Oh my goodness. I would say the ultimate thing to think Fashion Week is you need lots of vitamin C because you're going a million miles an hour. It's literally get up at 5 a.m. I have 6 or 7 wardrobe changes each day. And then in between that, it's like, oh my goodness, it's nearly lunchtime. I forgot breakfast. You need to make sure you try and keep food on you to eat while you're on the go because you're flying between shows. Shows are always late, so by the time you get to one show, you're thinking, I've got to be at the next show, but it's running late. So it's hectic. It's very hectic, but I love it.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Pratt.
It's fantastic to have you tonight. You looking forward to the film?
I am. I actually went to high school with Jonah, so I'm excited to see him.
Obviously, people love him as an actor, but you went to high school with him. What's he like as a person?
Exactly like all of his goofy characters in films. Like, he's just funny.
Are you a fan of Miles Teller as well?
You know, I actually don't really know much about him. I've just seen his movies, but yeah, I like him. Fan.
When you're not watching great films, what have you got on the go at the moment?
Oh God, I'm really into Big Brother right now. I've been watching that like every single night religiously. It's so good, this series. There's a character named Bear, and he's winding up everyone in the house like crazy. It's so good, this series.
Obviously, you've made the transfer from American reality TV to British reality TV. How does the experience compare?
British is, well, you know, I was on a scripted reality show in the States, so it's very different over here because it's not scripted, which I wish it was sometimes.
What's it like working with Joey? He's such a sweetheart, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really nice. He's funny. He's a lot smarter than I thought he would be.
Do you think that stereotype that people have of him as being a little bit slow in the uptake, you think that's unfair? That's maybe a bit of a caricaturization?
I mean, it's quite funny because he's the one that's doing well, and you know, everyone's like thinking that he's, you know, whatever. Yeah, he's having the last laugh for sure.
What can fans expect from the show that you're working on with him?
Oh my God, some really bad dates, unfortunately. The agents keep saying that they've got like better people for us to date, but like I think everyone's first date is just like the first date from hell. At least mine was.
What do you think the secret is to a good first date?
Oh God, I don't think there is a secret. I think just showing up is like what you have to do.